Good afternoon and welcome to this round 18 NPL New South Wales women's match between the Northwest Sydney Spirit and Gladesville Ravens. I'm Melissa Muscat, bringing you live coverage of the local Northwest derby. Yep. Good afternoon and welcome to this round 18 NPL New South Wales women's match between the Northwest Sydney Spirit and Gladesville Ravens. Good afternoon and welcome to this round 18 NPL New South Wales women's match between the Northwest Sydney Spirit and Gladesville Ravens. I'm Melissa Muscat, bringing you live coverage of the Northwest derby between these two sides in a late surge to the finals.
to Christie Park, home for Sydney Football and NWS Spirit FC. We hope everybody enjoys the first grade match today between Northwest Sydney Spirit and Gladesville Ravens. A reminder, the Christie Park canteen is available for coffee, hot food, snacks and cold drinks. Smoking is prohibited in all areas of this venue. Any guests found smoking will be asked to leave the venue. If you do wish to smoke, please don't do so a minimum of 10 metres outside the entrance gate. Playing fields are out of bounds to all except players and officials. Please ensure when leaving Christie Park that all rubbish is taken with you or placed in the bins provided. Please note, it is an expectation that all spectators respect players and referees at all times whilst in the venue. We would also like to thank our sponsors, Alpha Gear, Fort Care, New Horizon Air Conditioning, Valaris, Swift Build, Nat Electrical, Joker, and the Effin Club for their continued support of Spirit FC. And now, the lineups. For Gladesville Ravens, number 8, Annie Halls. Number 11, Pat Charalambis. Number 13, Brianna Bicini. Number 21, Morgan Roberts. Number 23, Keisha Allen. Number 24, Poppy Channing. Number 25, Eliza Hamilton. Number 27, Alyssa Ramsard. Number 39, Miku Sinaga. Number 81, Taryn King. And number 88, Sham Karmas. And starting for Spirit FC is number 1, Tiana Robertson. Number 6, Ruby Sullivan. Number 7, Kayla Osborne. Number 8, Bethany Gordon. Number 9, Sky Hamaric. Number 11, Princess Abini. Number 13, Madison McComiskey. Number 14, Christina Newendon. Number 17, Ariana Stoltzfus. Number 19, Victoria Kalisic. Number 30, Harper Pepper. On the bench, number 4, Shani Kinney Cross. Number 5, Victoria Martin. Number 18, Sienna Hawkins. Number 27, Kristen Shenko. Number 31, Grace Smith. And number 36, Paula Greenberg.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to this round 18 NPL New South Wales women's match of the local derby between the Northwest Sydney Spirit and Gladesville Ravens at Christie Park in Sydney's Macquarie Park. I'm Melissa Muscat, bringing you live coverage on Football New South Wales YouTube live stream between two teams in good stead to make a late surge for the finals. Northwest Sydney Spirit sitting just outside the top 4 by a single point, thanks largely to their super striker Sky Halmerick, currently leading the competition's goal-scoring tally. The Gladesville Ravens with some momentum coming into this match of 2 consecutive wins. Northwest Sydney Spirit, they are in the yellow kit today, led by head coach Tony Candy. And they begin their starting 11 as follows. Number 1, and in goals, Tiana Robertson. Number 6, Ruby Sullivan. Number 7, and captain, Kayla Osborne. Number 8, Bethany Gordon. Number 9, Sky Halmerick. Number 11, Princess Abini. Number 13, Madison McComiskey. Number 14, Christina Onyon. Number 17, Ariana Stoltzfus. Number 19, Victoria Kalisic. And number 30, Harper Pell. The substitutions for Northwest Sydney Spirit are number 4, Shani Cooney Cross. Number 5, Victoria Martin. Number 18, Sienna Hawkins. Number 27, Lucy Fuchineko. Number 31, Grace Smith. Number 36, Lola Greenberg. Gladesville Ravens in the black and white kit, led by head coach Lauren Phelps, will begin their starting 11 as follows. Number 88, and in goals, Shamron Karmas. Number 8, Annie Halls. Number 11, Pat Charalambis. Number 13, Brianna Bicini. Number 21, Morgan Roberts. Number 23, Keisha Allen. Number 24, Poppy Channing. Number 25, Eliza Hamilton. Number 27, Alyssa Ensard. Number 39, Miku Sunaga. And number 81, Taryn King. The substitutions for Gladesville are number 1, Eliza Coleman. Number 5, Charlotte Wilford Carroll. Number 10, Lexi Marino. Number 17, Kaylee Shannon. Number 19, Natalie Sproul. And number 51, Isabella Edwards. You can sense the excitement here at Christie Park. There is great rivalry between these two clubs. They share a home ground. A lovely part of Sydney, Sydney's northwest. Referee for the game is Lara Hogan, and she's assisted by Stephanie Hilton and Grace Williams. Looks like one of the officials is just fixing one of the goal nets. But both teams very ready and eager to get underway. And that's kickoff here at Christie Park for the local derby between the Northwest Sydney Spirit and Gladesville Ravens. Melissa Muscat bringing you live coverage on Football New South Wales YouTube live stream. Already a foul, a few seconds into the match. If that's an indicator of what's to come, we have an exciting match on our hands here this afternoon. Gladesville Ravens, Pat Sharalambus getting ready to take the set piece. She's a danger. Sharalambus straight into the Spirit wall. Gladesville with the throw-in. Turnover now for the Spirit. First possession of the match. Spirit pressing high, putting some pressure on their opposition. And Gladesville forced to go back to keeper Sham Karmas. Fresh over from the A-Leagues. That was a great ball. Now with Bacchini. Crosses to the middle. Now Spirit take possession. That's a lovely ball for Sky Halmerick. Cleared by the Ravens defence. Harper Pell, number 30 for Northwest Sydney Spirit. And I was told this week by her assistant coach, Talal Safir, she is a superstar in the making. So you might want to keep your eyes on number 30 in the yellow jersey. Very young, but he says she is so mature as a footballer. Some great play in defence by the Spirit. They're on a run down the right. It's across to the middle for Halmerick. She heads it. But it's okay with keeper Sham Karmas. Lovely conditions for football, although a little windy as it always is at Christie Park, affectionately known as the Arctic Circle. But the sun is out. Great ball. Stina Onion couldn't quite get it to Princess Abini. Harper Pell gets it back to Ruby Sullivan. Kayla Osborne. Lovely ball down the right. Stoltzfus and Halmerick are there in the box, waiting for it to be delivered to them. Sullivan goes down the middle. Passed back to Sullivan from Agnon. Christina Agnon. And that's Kayla Osborne fouled. So Northwest Sydney Spirit will get a free kick. Harper Pell stepping up to take it. Sullivan goes to Kalusic. Bethany Gordon. Passes to Agnon. Agnon goes to Abini on the right, but she kicks it straight into Keisha Allen. So the Spirit retain possession with the throw-in. Gordon to Osborne. Abini. Looks like it comes off Eliza Familton for the Ravens, so Spirit still in possession. Gordon goes back, covered well by the Spirit defence. Sullivan tries to find Halmerick. She doesn't, but Agnon is there. Agnon takes a shot, but it's left. Christina Agnon, quite possibly the NPL New South Wales women's marquee. Born in Madrid and played in the Spanish League. 11 seasons in La Liga. 250 plus games. That's quite impressive. Coach plays her in the midfield, although she's traditionally a fullback. And assistant coach Talal Safir says she's a great addition for the younger players to learn from. She's a great asset to the club on and off the pitch. And hello to Christina Agnon's family in Spain if they are tuning in. Not every day we see a La Liga player in Australia, so that's quite special. Gordon releases. Christina Agnon is there. It was a great opportunity, but it's just gone wide. These two teams are coming off identical results, just in different order in their past 5 matches. Gladesville has had 2 wins, a draw, loss and a draw. Spirit, 2 draws, 2 wins and a loss. So if recent results are anything to go by, this should be a close encounter here this afternoon. Ravens now. Sunaga. She goes to ground, but it's play on. Taryn King. Eliza Familton. Excellent run. Paddy Sharalambus. But it's called offside. Spirit. Sky Halmerick. Here she goes. Competition's leading goal scorer. She's on a run. Sky Halmerick. Excellent defending by the Ravens to take it off the young superstar. The Ravens prevailed winners the first time they met earlier this season. So bragging rights are on the line today. This rivalry is big, especially with the shared home ground between both the teams. Gordon. Miku Sunaka is there. Previous teammates, now rivals in the NPL New South Wales Women's. Kayla Osborne, that was an excellent save from Sham Karmas. Couple of headers there. Spirit, Buccini for the Ravens. Stoltzfus. Just a little bit too much on that for Onion. So it goes out for a Gladesville throw-in. Ruby Sullivan, Onion. Halmerick goes back to Gordon. Gordon stopped by Poppy Channing for Gladesville. The Ravens now. That was a good take by Osborne. Sullivan. Back to Osborne. Sullivan tries to pass it to Ebini. Poppy Channing. Lovely ball. But Harper Pell is there for Northwest Sydney Spirit. Shara Lambus goes back to Annie Halls. Now with King. King's boot was a little too heavy. Northwest Sydney Spirit head coach Tony Candy. This is his second year coaching the team and coaching women. He has vast coaching experience, including with men's teams. Pell. Sunaga. Annie Halls. Karmas to Channing. Switch to the left for Gladesville. Hamilton is chasing. So Northwest Sydney Spirit began with a very young side at the beginning of the season, but recently recruited some experience from A-Leagues, which will be helpful to the academy players coming through and boost the confidence to play finals football. Only 1 point out of the 4. Northwest Sydney Spirit, so I'm sure they'll be looking for those full 3 points here today to get themselves into the top 4 in good stead for a run to the finals in the second half of this season. Booted by Roberts. Roberts is still chasing. Bethany Gordon's there. Ruby Sullivan. Goes back to Gordon. Kalusic. Passes to keeper Tiana Robertson. Stoltzfus. Osborne. Hands over possession to Gladesville. Talk about some star power on this field today. Sky Halmerick. Halmerick takes a shot, unfortunately hits her teammate, Princess Abini. Morgan Roberts, Buccini, Shara Lambus now for Gladesville. Halls switches for Keisha Allen on the left. Couldn't get it to Sunaga. So Bethany Gordon there defending for the Spirit. That second whistle you may be hearing is on the field next to us where the men's team is playing. Osborne. She turns. Gets it to Union. Back with Union. Passes in defence to Ruby Sullivan. Bethany Gordon. Ariana Stoltzfus. She's trying to get past Buccini. Stoltzfus. And that's going to be a Spirit corner. So, I was mentioning star power on the field. Princess Abini. I'm excited. My favourite A-League's women player of all time. Sydney FC's longest serving player. She just celebrated that milestone, and it is so wonderful to see her playing in NPL New South Wales Women's. Abini with the corner. It's a high one. Gordon's there, but so is Annie Halls for Gladesville. Gordon goes back to Union. Pell. To Abini, and she has to go back to Pell. The Ravens are pressuring. So we have a 66 for Northwest Sydney Spirit. I'm not sure who that is. We'll have to find out a name. Definitely wasn't on the lineup. Shara Lambus goes back to King. Long ball by King. And Sard couldn't quite get to it. Gladesville calling for a corner, but it's going to be a goal kick. Abini. She's not going to get there. Channing touches it, kicks it out before her. Gordon turns. Goes back to keeper Tiana Robertson. Sullivan. Gordon gets away from Sunaga. Finds Osborne. Lovely ball for Sky Halmerick. King is there, as is Poppy Channing for the Ravens. No doubt they've done their homework on the competition's leading goal scorer here today. Leading the competition on 19 goals. Shara Lambus. Ariana Stoltzfus is there for the Spirit. She's looking for Halmerick. Inside. Familton. Abini now for the Northwest Sydney Spirit. Gordon back to Sullivan. Union. Gordon gets it to Stoltzfus, or tries to, but goes out. Osborne. Sullivan. Tiana Robertson. Excellent pressure from the Ravens. They've now forced a corner. And it's Alyssa Ensard who is stepping up to take it. She's scored a decent amount of goals for her team this season. I think she's the club's leading goal scorer. Alyssa Ensard. Headed by King, so it'll be a goal kick for the Spirit. So the Spirit coach has just told me number 66 is Maddie Gabilla. We didn't have her on the team list, but we've just been told that's what's happened. Gordon defends well. Bethany Gordon joins from Canberra United in the A-Leagues, previously from NPL New South Wales women's side MacArthur Rams, where she won the three-peat championship with the club. She's also played for the Wanderers and Newcastle Jets in the A-Leagues. Onion to Abini. Gordon to Sky Halmerick. Halmerick, excellent footwork, takes the shot, but just goes over. Onion, Halmerick. She gets another go. Sky Halmerick. It's a powerful shot. Good save by Sham Karmas under pressure. Osborne. She's able to get away from a number of Ravens players. Bethany Gordon. Camilla to Abini. Hamilton gets it back for Gladesville. She passes it to Ensard on the left. Alyssa Ensard. Good footwork. Great defending by Ruby Sullivan. Camilla to Princess Abini. Rocking a new hairstyle. I don't think I've ever seen Princess with that hairstyle before. She's usually got the trademark high bun. We love it. New team, new look. So used to seeing her in sky blue. Robertson. Osborne. She's got Keisha Allen marking her. Osborne with a run down the right. She's got Stoltzfus and Halmerick there. Pat Sharalambus. To Miku Sunaga. Annie Halls, captain for the Gladesville Ravens. Buccini couldn't get there. Stoltzfus, Mignon, Pell, Gordon. Ruby Sullivan goes back to Tiana Robertson. Abini. Light touch for Gordon. Finds Camilla. Excellent defending by Hamilton for the Ravens. Onion. Osborne. Princess Abini. Lovely pass for Osborne. She's in a good position to cross it to the middle. It's hit a Ravens defender on the way out, so it's going to be a corner for the Northwest Sydney Spirit. Ariana Stoltzfus to take the corner. She's a visa player from the United States. Hello to her family if they are tuning in. Ariana Stoltzfus with the corner. Headed. Karmas with the goal kick. Gamilla is there. She looked like she was going to let it go out. Shara Lambus kicks it out, so it'll be a goal kick. Gladesville Ravens head coach Lauren Phelps. Wonderful to have another female in NPL New South Wales Women's. The quota is slowly increasing, which we love to see. A superwoman, apart from coaching, Lauren is also a primary school teacher. She works with young children with hearing impairments. Beautiful contribution to society. So we thank Lauren for her contribution to education and football. Gladesville. Familton. Turns. Finds Sunaga. Ensard. Ruby Sullivan defends that very strongly. Kayla Osborne. Back with the Northwest Sydney Spirit now. Stoltzfus. Osborne. Pell. She's away. Takes a shot herself, and it was a good one. Good hands from Sham Karmas. And that's that star power from Harper Pell that her assistant coach, Talal Safir, mentioned to me during the week. He said she can play anywhere. She's like a sponge in the defensive line, but he said if she needs to play anywhere else, she does. And it would look like she's been playing there her whole football life. He said she has really impressed and is still only young. Sullivan. Gets past Familton. Spirit throw in. Inside. Anyon gets it back for the Spirit. Now Annie Halls for Gladesville. Goes back to Taryn King. Taryn King. Hands over possession. Bethany Gordon is there for the Spirit. Stoltzfus. Ebini. That's... Oh, Sham Karmas is there. Doesn't let it go out. So goalkeeper Sham Karmas joins from A-League's team Wanderers and has some significant experience behind her. Karmas comes from a successful football family with her sister Lena, I personally believe she's football royalty in Australia. A striker for opponents, the Mount Druitt Town Rangers, who has achieved pretty much every accolade in Australian football. And the sisters will meet up here next week when their two teams face each other in the run home for the finals. Goalkeeper versus striker, how's that? I cannot wait to see it. And when I spoke to Pat Sharalambus this week from the Ravens, she said there is absolutely no love lost between the two siblings, as close as they are on the football field. She said both go in as hard as the other to do what they need to do for their teams. Throw into the Spirit. Halmerick. Wind is starting to blow a little heavier. King. Sunaga. Channing. Lost a bit of control but keeps it in. Goes back to Shamkamis. Osborne gets it back for the Spirit. It's now with Sky Halmerick. Excellent defending by Poppy Channing. Crowd cheering for her. King to Sunaga. Buccini. Roberts. And Yon for the Spirit. Tiana Robertson. That's a fantastic ball. Finds Princess Abini. Abini goes back to Onion. She switches to the left for Ariana Stoltzvis. Harper-Pell. Princess Abini with Miku Sunaga. Abini. She's got the height. Just lost a bit of control. And now turns it over for the Ravens. Eliza Familton. Familton. Excellent run from the left to the middle. She finds Morgan Roberts and Sard. But the touch is too heavy and finds Bethany Gordon for Northwest Sydney Spirit. That looks like Eliza Familton is down injured. So many players in this Gladesville Ravens side have continued in the squad from last year, but the team has also sustained some injuries from earlier rounds, so they've had to combat those hurdles. Annabelle Dashko is currently recovering from an ACL injury, and that's a big loss to the team. She was very influential last year, and we wish Annabelle all the best in her recovery, and we hope to see her back sooner rather than later. This Gladesville Ravens side has some depth. When you have Isabella Edwards and Lexi Marino on the bench, you know it's a good side. Coming off some momentum with 2 consecutive wins, bolstered by some pretty big A-Leagues names. Can they make finals football this year? New coach Lauren Phelps has done a wonderful job so far in the season. We congratulate her on her achievements in the NPL New South Wales Women's as head coach. Ruby Sullivan for the Spirit. Sullivan passes it for Stoltzvis. Ball stays in. Stoltzfus crosses it and there's nobody there. So it'll be a goal kick. Sham Karmas with the goal kick. A lovely sky blue kit. Don't see too many goalkeepers in sky blue. Nice shade. Foul on Princess Sabini by, I think it was Keisha Allen. Free kick to the Spirit. Kalusic goes to Harper Pell. Back with Ruby Sullivan. Great run by Victoria Kalusic, headed by Halmerick. Defended well by Gladesville. Now with Stoltzfus. Onion. Christina Onion. Back with Stoltzfus. Lost some control there. So the Ravens take it back. Harper Pell can't keep it in, so throw into Gladesville. Kalusic goes back to Robertson. Back with Kalusic. Ruby Sullivan, she's in the Young Matilda squad. Abini. Bethany Gordon. Looks for Princess Abini. Ruby Sullivan is there. She goes back to Abini. Pell. Sullivan to Osborne. Good control. Passes it to Abini. Spirit coach just telling Princess Abini to slow it down a touch. Be patient. He just instructed her. Sham Karmas to Poppy Channing. Stoltzfus takes it back for the Spirit. Channing is there in defence. Roberts heads it. Roberts. A number of yellow jerseys on her to get it back. Bethany Gordon to Princess Abini. Christina Onion. Abini. Passes it to Gordon. Gordon takes a shot, but it's too high. 37 minutes in this match between the Northwest Sydney Spirit and Gladesville Ravens, and it is 0-0. Neither side yet to break the deadlock. The Ravens have contained leading goal scorer Sky Halmerick quite well with their defending. Can they continue that for another half and 7 minutes? Stoltzfus with the header. King, Karmas, Mignon, and referee calls handball. Ensard takes a quick one, but there's a Spirit player down. The Northwest Sydney Spirit goalkeeper, Tiana Robertson, in goals for the Spirit, has come over from A-League's club Newcastle Jets in her first season, and on debut that game she made 7 saves, kept a clean sheet and helped her team win 8-0. At only 22 years old, her future is looking bright. In the first match that she played for Northwest Sydney Spirit, she was in Team of the Week. I read that she started off playing hockey, so we're thankful that she made the switch to the world game. And I also read that her mum wasn't on board with her playing football at first, but surely Tiana's mum has come around now, especially with the talent that she has already displayed and the big future that she's showing in football between the sticks. That's Tiana Robertson. Taryn King ready to get the game underway again for Gladesville. King to Roberts, and that'll be a throw in to the Spirit. Onion to Heavy. Ravens with the throw in. Bacchini. Familton gets ahead to it. Annie Halls is there. Alyssa Ansard. Defended by the Spirit, but it'll be a corner. Alyssa Ansard. Ansard with the corner. Good header, but not on target. Alyssa Ansard, she's new to the Ravens this season from Blacktown Spartans, as is Poppy Channing. Alyssa is the team's leading goal scorer on 8 so far, and she's the competition's 6th high goal scorer. So give her an opportunity in front of goal, and she will also bury it. There she is. Ansard gets away from Gordon, but pressure on her, and it's going to be another corner for Gladesville. Alyssa Ansard in her lovely bright pink boots. Ansard, another corner. It's high and it's headed by Keisha Allen, but then taken by Tiana Robertson. Have another Spirit player looking a little worse for wear. Bethany Gordon, but she's okay. Harper Pell turns it over for Bacchini. Annie Halls. Bethany Gordon, great interception. Gordon gets it to Stoltzfus. Stoltzfus. Gordon. Osborne. Into the hands of Shamkarmas. Roberts, Onion, Sullivan for Spirit. Kalusic back to Robertson. Ruby Sullivan. It's a good kick. Brianna Bacchini does well to get there first. Kicks it out. Spirit with the throw-in. Pell finds Halmerick. Abini to Gordon. Camilla. Ebini. Halmerick. She gets away from the Ravens defense temporarily. Now with Stoltzfus. Back to Sky Halmerick. Lovely skill there. Oh, Sky Halmerick. Oh. So good pressure in defense from the Ravens. They're really keeping her quiet here this afternoon. There's also informed that Ella Abdulmasih for the Northwest Sydney Spirit injured her ankle and is unfortunately out for the season. She spent last season's A-Leagues with Perth Glory. Alyssa Ensard finds Morgan Roberts. Onion takes it back for the Spirit. Harper Pell. Stoltzfus. Osborne to Pell. Gordon. Kolusic. Osborne. Onion. Excellent ball. Ariana Stoltzfus into Brianna Bacchini for a corner before half-time. 45 minutes in. So we're now into stoppage time, and I could imagine there would be a few minutes of stoppage time. We've had a couple of players down throughout the first half. We've got a lovely little cheer squad here for the Northwest Sydney Spirit. I think they've got some signs too. Princess Abini with the corner. Headed away by the Ravens. Christina Onion hits the woodwork. And then cleared by the Ravens. Camilla with the throw in. Keisha Allen kicks it out, so Spirit get another throw in. Great ball in. Stoltzfus heads it. Stoltzfus. So that'll be a goal kick. And that will be half time here at Christie Park, where the score is Northwest Sydney Spirit 0, Gladesville Ravens 0. Both teams have had a few chances. Goalkeepers have stepped up to keep it as an equaliser going into the second half. Just have a look at the statistics. So, Northwest Sydney Spirit, 11 shots at goal. Gladesville Ravens 2. Neither side has had one on target, though, interestingly enough. So, enjoy the break, and we will see you in approximately 15 minutes. Welcome back for the second half of this NPL New South Wales Women's Clash Round 18 of the local Northwest Derby between the Northwest Sydney Spirit and Gladesville Ravens. Melissa Muscat bringing you live coverage on Football New South Wales YouTube live stream. So the score is 0-0. And interestingly enough, there were shots in the first half, but none on target from either side. So can they change it in this second half? Keisha Allen fouls Princess Sabini, so it's going to be a free kick. Keisha Allen doesn't agree. Bethany Gordon stepping up to take the set piece for the Spirit. She's found herself a new NPL New South Wales Women's Club this year after winning the three-peat championship with Macarthur Rams previous seasons. She was also in the A-League's Canberra United side. Bethany Gordon. Cleared by Gladesville. Harper Pell. Goes back to Sullivan. We've seen Sullivan defend quite a little bit in the first half. Has a good hold in that back line. Great ball from Kalusic. Excellent defending from Keisha Allen. She's always very reliable also for her Raven side. Osborne. To mix things up, she's put her hair in a bun from a ponytail from the first half. So I'll need to look out for that one. Gordon goes back to Osborne. Throw into Gladesville. And that's going to be a foul going the way of Gladesville. So coming onto the pitch in this second half is Lexi Moreno. I mentioned before starting on the bench, you know that you've got some depth in your team. So she's on now for the second half, Lexi Moreno. Free kick taken by Taryn King. Headed away by Victoria Kalusic for the Spirit. Keisha Allen finds Moreno. Gladesville with another throw-in. Charalambous. Kalusic is there. And that's going to be a free kick to the Northwest Sydney Spirit. Kalusic. Osborne. Sky Halmerick goes left for Stoltzvis. Back with Halmerick. Moreno stops her in her tracks. Harper Pell has been pushed off the ball. So Spirit with the free kick. Kalusic to Madison Gabilla. Threads it through for Osborne, but it's just too strong. I had the privilege of speaking with Gladesville Ravens number 11, Pat Charalambous, this week. Pat's a previous A-Leagues player for Perth Glory and Canberra. She has been a really solid player for Gladesville in the last few seasons. She continues to do great things in NPL New South Wales Women's, making Team of the Week last week. When we spoke, Pat Kat said to me she started playing football as a toddler and has played in the NPL academies since she was 14, so around about 15 years. Said she has very good genes. I wouldn't have picked her for that stage in her life. She played with Marconi Bankstown and the MacArthur Rams. And I'll continue with Pat Sherrilambis a bit later. But Bethany Gordon now. The free kick for the Spirit, taken cleanly by Sham Karmas. Sherrilambis gets it back for Gladesville. Familton. Collision with Bethany Gordon. Ibini. Sham Karmas. Western Sydney Wanderers, A-League's goalkeeper. Allen. Touches Cheryl. Oh no, doesn't touch Sherrilambis. So throw in to Gladesville. Christina Union. Bethany Gordon. Kalusic. Back to Gordon. Pell. Gordon goes back to Tiana Robertson. Victoria Kalusic. Now with Taryn King for Gladesville. Lexi Moreno. Sky Halmerick gets the ball back, takes a shot. Saved by Sham Karmas. Karmas to King. Channing. Moreno for Morgan Roberts. Annie Halls. Lexi Moreno. Harper Pell controls it for the Spirit. Sullivan to Stoltzfus. Now with Poppy Channing in defence for the Ravens. Lexi Moreno. Taken again by Northwest Sydney Spirit. Spirit head coach Tony Candy. Very vocal on the bench. Spirit throw-in. Sky Halmerick. Keisha Allen is there. Familton. Eliza Familton. Alyssa Ensard to Pat Sherrilambis. Great touch. Ensard. Good defending by Ruby Sullivan. Lexi Moreno. Eliza Familton. In the middle, it's an excellent ball. Good defending by Harper Pell for the Spirit. Gabilla with the throw-in for Northwest. Osborne, call for handball. Hamilton and a beanie, now with Lexi Moreno. She switches, but Stoltzfus is there to get it back for the Spirit. Bethany Gordon, Kayla Osborne. Osborne back to Onion. Stoltzfus, Harper Pell. Halls defends, it's going to be a corner. Princess Sabini. Princess Sabini with the corner for the Spirit. It's a good one. Taken by Sham Karmas. Taryn King for Gladesville. Spirit. Pell finds Osborne. Turns it over for Eliza Hamilton. Excellent ball for Alyssa Ensard. And it's hit a Spirit player on the way out, so it'll be a corner. .57 into this match, and it is Northwest Sydney Spirit 0, Gladesville Ravens 0. An opportunity here for the Ravens. Alyssa Ensard, headed by Keisha Allen, but not on target. Gabilla. Gordon. Gets past Cheryl Lambus, and she's pulled back by Eliza Hamilton. She's also received a yellow card. Referee said she's had a couple of those, so that was it. Ruby Sullivan gets past Ensard. Halmerick, slight touch. She says she was pulled back. Hamilton, stopped by Gabilla. Gabilla threads it through for Sky Halmerick. Halmerick, opportunity. Sham Karmas, great save. Buccini. Poppy Channing. Goes back to keeper Sham Karmas. Bethany Gordon retrieves it for the Spirit. Victoria Kalusic. Tiana Robertson. A-League's Newcastle Jets goalkeeper. Abini gets past Keisha Allen, now past Lexi Moreno. Sky Halmerick. Osborne. It's come off Brianna Bacchini, so it's going to be a corner. So Northwest Sydney Spirit, a couple of corners and opportunities in this second half. Can they break the deadlock here? Only 1 point out of the top 4. Princess Abini with the corner. Headed away by Bacchini again, so it's going to be another corner. Princess Abini steps up again to take consecutive corner. Stoltz first, but cleared by Annie Halls. Princess Abini goes again, but just left. Poppy Channing. The Christie Park crowd is here in numbers and volume, which we love to see and hear. Some support for our local female footballers. Eliza Familton. And she's fouled by Madison Gabilla. And now it's Gabilla's turn for a yellow card. Very healthy crowd. The Gladesville Ravens cheer squad is definitely in full voice. Lexi Moreno, the designated set piece taker for this one. Will she have a shot at goal? She will, but it goes into the Spirit wall. She goes again. And that's a goal by defender Poppy Channing for Gladesville Ravens. She puts her team ahead 1-0. And the Ravens there in a huddle saying, we can do this. Or is it called offside? Called offside. So no goal. So we're going to see a double substitution for the Northwest Sydney Spirit. Coming onto the field is Lucy Fuchineko and Victoria Martin. Sky Halmerick leaving the field. And Ruby Sullivan, who was very good in defence. I was excited at the prospect of calling a Sky Halmerick goal today, but that's not going to happen now. Gladesville Ravens throw in. Kalusic. Victoria Kalusic does well to turn and clear it. Abini keeps it in. Osborne looks for Martin. Taryn King is just getting some medical attention. So before I was speaking about the privilege that I had to speak to number 11 Gladesville Ravens player Pat Charalambous. I said to Pat, it looks like she's still playing at her peak, even though she's been playing NPL in the academies for 15 years. And she said she dedicates a lot of time to the game. She says you have to love it to perform consistently to a high standard, and that she does. She says team morale is important, and the Gladesville Ravens have that as well. The past 12 months, she pushed herself harder to train for overall fitness. She completed a marathon. She said there was a lot of self-motivation in that, running 20 kilometres in the day and then training for football at night. And Pat Charalambous credits that for still playing the game at a high level. When I asked her how she does it, her work rate and ethic just doesn't stop. Making team of the week last week for NPL New South Wales Women's. So she said that fitness at high intensity is a new drive that's helped her mindset. She shares the love of football and playing it with her dad. He played in Cyprus, and she said that brings them much joy. It's a real special connection they have. Osborne to Stoltzfus for the Northwest Sydney Spirit. Stoltzfus gets past Bacchini. Shem Karmas takes it. And the ref is saying that it was Karmas who was fouled. She's just getting checked over. Looked like it was a little bit of a head knock, but she's standing. And the referee says she's okay to play on. King to Allen. Hamilton kicked out by Gabilla. Ravens at the throw-in. Osborne to Martin. Charalambous defends it well. Kicks it into a Spirit player, so Gladesville keep possession with a throw-in. Turned over to Osborne for the Spirit. Excellent ball to Princess Abini. Poppy Channing is there to defend. Good take by Poppy Channing. Gordon. Kalusic. Fuchineko at the back. It's not long taken the field. Kalusic to Gordon. Osborne. Looking up. She attempts to get it to Stoltzfus. Karmas to King. Fuchineko to Onyon. Stoltzfus to Abini. Gordon. Osborne. Osborne does well. And that's going to be a foul. So, very dangerous position here. Northwest Sydney Spirit. They're going to get a free kick. Not too far out. We've seen previous free kicks from both sides go straight into the wall. Can Bethany Gordon do something different here and open the scoring at Christie Park? Bethany Gordon, straight into the wall. Onyon. Spirit with a throw-in. Gordon turns away from Familton. Fuchineko. Kalusic. Back to Fuchineko. Stoltzvis. Ariana Stoltzvis. Slips. Now, Brianna Bacchini for the Ravens. Taryn King finds Keisha Allen on the left. Eliza Familton, excellent turn. Gets it to Alyssa Ensard. She's being heavily marked by Fuchineko. Cleared by the Spirit. Bethany Gordon. Gabilla. The Ravens now. Poppy Channing. Gets the ball to Shara Lambus. There was a nice touch for Lexi Moreno. Alyssa Ensard. Just missed it. This Gladesville Ravens crowd are on fire. Pat Shara-Lambos alluded to the fact this week that it's not necessarily a friendly rivalry sharing the same ground. She said, we have to get off the field for them to start training. And I think if it was up to Pat Shara-Lambos, she'd probably be on this field most of the evening. Stressed on a number of occasions how much she does love football. She said that she'd had some thoughts of stepping away from the game of the last couple of seasons. I said it didn't appear to be that way watching her play this season. But she said she's loving it, playing with her best mates, Sham Karmas and Taryn King, so she's happy again. Osborne for the Spirit. Christina Onion, 250-game La Liga player. What a privilege to have Christina here in Australia and especially in the NPL New South Wales Women's. Kalusic, headed by Keisha Allen for Gladesville. Osborne gets it back for the Spirit. New look Princess Abini. Bethany Gordon, good control. Abini, headed away by Poppy Channing. Big clearance by Bacchini. Christina Onion. Bacchini. Pat Shara-Lambus. Back to Lexi Moreno. Morgan Roberts for Gladesville Ravens joins from A-League's club Perth Glory and I believe faces her old NPL New South Wales women's side here today. There's always some extra motivation coming up against your former club. So we have a few Perth Glory A-League's players here today. And I think I spotted head coach Stephen Peters as well. Well, I mentioned star power earlier in both of these teams today. So A-League star Princess Abini has left the field to replace number 4, Shani Cooney-Cross. And yes, that name does belong to the Arsenal and Matilda's weapon, Kyra Cooney-Cross. We say a big hello to Kyra if she's tuning in, cheering on her sister. We hope to see Kyra Cooney-Cross live at an NPL New South Wales game one day. Ariana Stoltzfus skies it. Keisha Allen is there to defend for the Ravens. It's a shot from Cooney Cross, but doesn't rattle Sham Karmas. Alexi Moreno. Buccini. Pelly's there. Kicks it out. Gladesville with the throw-in. Couple of Ravens players warming up. Looks like they will be taking the field soon. Both coaches looking for a goal in the last 14 minutes of this match. Buccini with the throw-in for Gladesville. Eliza Familton heads, but Robertson saves. Robertson, the big kick. Christina Onion. Gabilla, Osborne, Martin, back to Osborne. King is there in defence for Gladesville. Kicks it back to keeper Sham Karmas. Headed by Familton. Throw into the Spirit. Double substitution for the Gladesville Ravens. Eliza Familton leaves the field and Isabella Edwards comes on in attack. She's quite a prolific striker. And Taryn King leaves the field and Charlotte Wilford-Carroll, the New Zealander, comes on for the Ravens. Some fresh legs here for both teams. Spirit with the throw-in. Cooney Cross. Gordon. Stoltzfus gets away from Buccini. Stoltzfus still going. She's going to get the cross in. Headed away by Halls. Gabilla, Osborne. Touched by Shara Lambus. Bethany Gordon. Christina Onion. Hits Poppy Channing on the way out, so it'll be a corner. Who steps up to take it now that Princess Sabini has left the field? It'll be number 8, Bethany Gordon. Can Northwest Sydney Spirit open the scoring in the 79th minute of this match, where it remains 0-0? Bethany Gordon. Big clearance by Wilford-Carroll. Edwards. Kalusic. Osborne for the Spirit. Gordon. She goes left for Stoltzfus. Stoltzfus Headed back by the Ravens. Spirit player down in the box. Nothing to see here, says the referee. Cheryl Lambus goes back to Moreno. Charlotte Wilford Carroll. Edwards. Moreno. Lexi Moreno gets a yellow card. I think that's the third of the match now. The rivalry between these two teams is prevalent. Kalusic. Osborne. Gordon. Cuny cross back to Gordon. Stoltzfus. Ariana Stoltzfus has a shot. Not enough power on it. Sham Kamis. It's a high kick. Osborne. Victoria Martin to Osborne. And it's offside. Christina Onion. Gordon. And referee saying that the foul will go the way of Northwest Sydney Spirit. Victoria Kalusic, Fuchineko, Harper Pell, Cuny cross, Fuchineko, Gladesville Ravens with the throw-in. 7 minutes left of this match in regular time. Northwest Sydney Spirit 0, Gladesville Ravens 0. The Ravens with a corner. Lexi Moreno stepping up to take this one. The Ravens crowd cheering them on. Lexi Moreno, she's told to stop. There was some push and shove, I think. The referee just sorting that out. Take two, Lexi Moreno. It's a good corner. Headed away by, I think it was Bethany Gordon. Cheryl Lambus. Heads it for Wilford Carroll. Can't keep it in. Free kick to the Spirit. Quickly taken. Isabella Edwards there to put some pressure on Victoria Kalusic. Madison Gabilla gets it to Shani Cooney Cross. Cooney Cross finds Onyon. She gets it to Stoltzfus on the left. Ariana Stoltzfus just to the right. It's a good ball, Poppy Channing, but Fuchineko is there in defence for Northwest Sydney Spirit. Shani Cooney Cross. Excellent ball for Martin. Victoria Martin finds Maddie Gabilla. Shani Cooney Cross goes back. Bethany Gordon. She's got Pat Sharalambus on her. Great ball. Osborne to Gordon. There's a sense of urgency now from both teams. Poppy Channing. She's been influential in this match. Pell. Back to keeper Tiana Robertson. Lucy Fuchineko finds Stoltzfus. Stoltzfus to captain Kayla Osborne. But she hands it over to Charlotte Wilford Carroll. Keisha Allen. Sham Karmis, Alyssa Ensard, Pat Sharalambus, Lexi Moreno, Isabella Edwards, good clearance by Gabilla. Lexi Moreno to Charlotte Wilford Carroll. She looks for Isabella Edwards. And that'll be a corner to Gladesville Ravens. It's one of the healthiest crowds I think I've seen at NPL New South Wales Women's this season. It is the local derby. Both of these teams share this home ground in Christie Park. But the Gladesville Ravens cheer squad are here in full effect. Lexi Moreno with a corner for Gladesville Ravens. It's a decent one. But the yellow jerseys are there in volume. Annie Halls. And the Northwest Sydney Spirit will make a substitution. Coming onto the field is number 18, Sienna Hawkins. She replaces number 66, Madison Gabilla. Gladesville Ravens will also make a substitution. Coming off the field is Pat Sharalambus. Replacing her is number 17, Kaylee Shannon, who has joined Gladesville Ravens this year from League One women's side, Hills United. A minute left of regular time. Will we see a goal in this match? Puccini back to Keisha Allen. Isabella Edwards. Crosses in the middle. Bethany Gordon does well to defend that. Puccini. Victoria Kalusic. Kaylee Shannon putting some pressure on. So back to keeper Tiana Robertson. Martin, Lexi Moreno. Lucy Fuchineko, Bethany Gordon. Martin. Back to Pell. Moreno. Channing. Good control by Poppy Channing. Buccini. Headed by Kalusic. And he hauls. Lobs the ball over, but Tiana Robertson times it well. Charlotte Wilford-Carroll putting her body on the line and prevails. Foul goes the way of Gladesville Ravens. Lexi Moreno, again with the set piece. Moreno, Keisha Allen. Ariana Stoltzvis. Charlotte Wilford-Carroll in defence for Gladesville. Gordon. Bethany Gordon. Martin. Onyon. Osborne. Gordon. Great play. Moreno kicks it into Osborne and finds the hands of Sham Karmas. It's a call for a foul. Isabella Edwards. And it's been called offside. Offside has caught both teams off today. A factor in the nil-all scoreline. Victoria Martin. Collision there. Sham Karmas with... There's a Northwest Sydney Spirit player down. Both players are going to need some medical attention. Northwest Sydney Spirit head coach Tony Candy is originally from the UK and has lived in Australia most of his life now, albeit with a British accent still. He coached at Powerhouse Football Club Marconi and is an Arsenal player. I won't hold that against him. He says he struggled with fashion when he first arrived here. By seeing him here today, he's definitely a fashionista. Got some really funky glasses happening and a nice puffer jacket. Yeah, I'm not sure, though, if it was the flip-flops or shorts in winter that turned him off. He didn't get into specifics. He just said that he struggled with the fashion when he arrived in Australia. And whilst we may not agree on our Premier League football teams, one thing we did agree on is that shopping in the UK was definitely one of the best in the world. I think when he goes back on holidays, he brings a suitcase back. Maybe we can all put our order in for Tony Candy when he has his little holiday this year. Both players back on their feet. It looks like Kayla Osborne is off. I'm not sure whether she's coming back onto the field for the Spirit. Martin. Cooney cross. Onion. Stopped by Bacchini. Back with Onion. Cooney cross. Stoltzfus. Kayla Osborne back on the field now for Northwest Sydney Spirit. And that is full time here for the local Northwest Derby, where the score finished Northwest Sydney Spirit 0, Gladesville Ravens 0. Both teams having opportunities. Offside caught both the teams out on a couple of occasions. 3 yellow cards. Rivalry definitely on show, but neither claiming bragging rights. And there it is, Northwest Sydney Spirit, 19 shots to the Gladesville Ravens 7. None on target, interesting. Yellow cards, 2 to the Ravens and 1 to Northwest Sydney Spirit. Thank you for joining us here this evening. I'm Melissa Muscat. Have a great night, and we will see you for round 19 next week. Thank you.